Welcome back, everyone. It is Friday, January 10th in the NBA. My three best bets are on the way. I have three player props I love for Friday's slate of action. We got some really good games on the card tonight. I'll dive into them in just one moment. If you are new, my name's Austin. As always, we begin the day with a recap of how we did the day before. It's been back-to-back bad days for us. In fact, yesterday was our first 0-3 sweep, reverse sweep in a hot minute. We haven't had a reverse sweep in a long time, but hey, yesterday everything went wrong. Two bad reads on my end. Jalen Green's under, Trae Young's over, just bad reads. Not enough volume for Trae. Jalen Green obviously played really well. The one that I'm not mad about, kind of mad about, a little bit angry, we kind of deserved. Steph Curry's over in points. He had 21 field goal attempts. If I told you Steph Curry's shooting 21 times, yeah, I probably would have put like 3 units on it, but he shot 2 for 14 from 3. Just couldn't get anything going. I think he missed 10 or 11 shots in a row at some point in that game. Just a bad game from him. Whatever, it is what it is. No in 3 day. Apologies the last few days. Obviously, if you've been tailing on the season, you're up a lot of money. We can afford an 0-3 day. It's annoying. I hate coming on and recapping any losing day. Heck, an 0-3 day is just terrible. But hey, we got more picks going on today. We got a lot of basketball to bet on. Let's dive in. We got 3 picks. I'll dive into them in just one moment. A reminder, our college football video where we talk about the Ohio State and Texas game is already live. I'll link that down below in the pinned comment and the description. Go check it out. Yesterday, we went 2-0, had the first half under, had Notre Dame Irish money line. Go check out what we like in tonight's Texas versus Ohio State game. Without further ado, let's dive into the picks. Let's bounce back after yesterday's just debacle and hopefully go 3-0 tonight, get our money back. Our first pick of the day will begin with a guy that returned just a few days ago. And man, he's one of my favorite players to watch in the NBA. It's Zion Williamson. I like his over 26.5 points plus assists, minus 110 on DraftKings, a 1-unit play. Now, this line, I won't lie to you, bumped up on me. It was 25.5. They bumped it up to 26.5. I don't think it matters tonight. Now, technically, in his most recent game, it would have mattered, but it's not going to matter tonight. I think Zion either gets you 30 or he probably gets in the low 20s. But let's talk about Zion, first pick of the day. Why do I really like his matchup tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers? Now, first, we'll go to our site, Props Madness, and we'll talk about this matchup. Now, if you look at Zion, like I said, 26.5 on every single book, should not really change a ton. Obviously, I'm not going to really look at games in October, but he returned here, 26 points plus assists. Now, if you look at those, he went 9 for 15 from the field, 4 for 9 from the free throw line, would like a little bit better there, 4 assists on 11 potential assists. Now, that was a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, how did the Timberwolves defend him? Well, they have Rudy Gobert, and they didn't defend him with Rudy Gobert. It was, hey, we'll put Julius Randle or someone like that with size on you, and then we'll have Rudy Gobert camping down low to contest those shots where Zion, we know all the shots he takes are at the rim. I think Rudy ended with 6 or 7 blocks in the game. So again, they had a lot of size in there to slow him down. This is a matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers. They have no size. Drummond is out. They have Joel Embiid. He's out. And so, again, who is going to be out there? I mean, we're going to have Gershon Yabusele as the starting center. He's not going to guard Zion. By all means, put him on Zion. See what happens. My anticipation is probably Caleb Martin guard Zion Williamson. But again, that is not a good matchup for Caleb Martin. He can't defend Zion. Heck, it's hard to defend Zion. He's one of the most unique players in the NBA. So again, I really think this is a spot where you're going to see him absolutely dominate. Now, if you look at the Sixers on the season, in terms of how Zion scores, about middle of the pack. In terms of their defense, though, pretty bad at the rim, 25th in restricted area. They've been pretty bad. That's obviously where Zion does the bulk of his damage. So again, I just don't think this is a good spot for the Sixers. Without those 2 centers in there, they have no rim protection. And while you could say, hey, they'll just double him, we're tacking on the assists here because he just had 11 potential assists. If they want to double him, we'll have some opportunities. There's no Herb Jones tonight. There's no Trey Murphy. Heck, there might not even be DeJounte Murray. He is currently questionable. I think Zion's just going to be absolutely able to feast on the Sixers matchup. If you look at him historically against them, he's actually cooked them. I mean, we're looking at this game. This was 2021. So take these numbers with a grain of salt, but 43, 38, 33, 39, and then 27. So barely going over here. This was a game that they obviously, a very low scoring game. I mean, the over under here is 220 tonight. And obviously Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and all these guys played. So look, I really feel like this is a great spot to back Big Z. I think Zion's going to feast on him. He could hit this over in points alone, but I'll trust the assist there too. Zion's a great facilitator. He'll pass it if he gets doubled, which you could see some double teams tonight. Love Zion. My second pick is going to be a guy that I haven't really backed this season. I wanted to get involved in this Knicks versus Thunder game. Obviously, 2 of the better teams in the NBA. And I'm going to take this guy whose line might fluctuate throughout the day. Josh Hart. I like his over 23.5 points plus rebounds. Currently minus 111 on FanDuel. Now, you could say, Austin, why aren't we taking the PRA line? Josh Hart's obviously capable of a triple-double any single night. And I get it. I do get the upside for the assist, but this is a bad matchup for assists. I mean, the Thunder are what allow the 3rd fewest assists per game. Well, Josh Hart is capable I don't think his role tonight yields a lot of assist opportunities. Heck, he could get some assists, but I think the biggest edge is on the points and the rebounds, is what I'm going to talk about now. Now, we'll talk about Josh Hart here, and you look recently, he's absolutely been turning it on as of late. Josh Hart's been a beast. I mean, if we just were to, remove a lot of these games, we'd be looking at, over these last, 9 games or so, absolutely crushing it over an 8 of 9. That included a game against the Thunder where he had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 15 field goal attempts, 18 rebound chances. Only got 7 rebounds, though. Cat had 22 rebounds in that game. Besides that, he's absolutely dominating. Now, I don't really want to isolate to just those few games. I want to just look at the whole season on the whole. 23.5 points plus rebounds over and a little over half of the games. But how he scores, a lot in the spot up, gets to the free throw line here and there, 2 good spots. Transition, not the best matchup for him to score there. But again, how Josh Hart is going to score is he's going to be left open. If you watch this whole entire game where he was facing the Thunder, what happened? They put Isaiah Hartenstein on Josh Hart. So they actually had Jalen Williams, the long wing defender, guard Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, as I record this, Cat is currently questionable. If he doesn't play, the Thunder will switch up their defense. And obviously that would probably hurt my anticipation of Hart scoring more. But again, I don't think it's going to change a ton. I still think they might put Isaiah Hartenstein on him. If Cat plays 100%, Isaiah Hartenstein will guard Josh Hart. And they were leaving Josh Hart open. They were going under screens, forcing Josh Hart to beat him. So again, when I look at this game where he shot, in here 15 times, I think there were 7 3-pointers in there. Again, Josh Hart's been pretty efficient so far this season. If you were to pull up his numbers, he's been pretty dang good. If you pull up just Josh Hart, we'll just go here. I mean, he's been pretty efficient. We're talking about a guy that's shooting decently from 3, 37%, 56%. He's been shooting well at the rim. He's been pretty dang good for the New York Knicks. So again, I think this is a spot where the Thunder are like, you know what? Fine, beat us. If Josh Hart's going to beat us, we'll live with it. We don't want Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns getting things going. We'll live with Josh Hart beating us. And the only way they're going to change now, you could argue for taking other guys over as like Mikal Bridges or whatnot because it's a good spot-up shot opportunity. But again, Mikal Bridges just had a really good game against them. They made adjustments in the second half. He only got like 4 or 5 shots. They're not going to make adjustments on Josh Hart until he's made 3 or 4 3-pointers. And if he's made 3 or 4 threes, I'm pretty confident he's already hit this over for us. So I don't think any adjustments are coming Josh Hart's way. They'll still defend the other guys pretty tough. This is a matchup where Josh Hart, he can be passive. He can be a guy that's like, you know what, other guys, get yours. But given how tough it is a spot for the other guys, Josh Hart typically turns up his aggression a little bit more. He's able to get to the hoop. If Isaiah Hartenstein's guarding him, he'll get some open threes. He also can drive on Isaiah Hartenstein as well. I really like his over in points plus rebounds. I don't love the PRAs because that's at 29.5. You need him to get at least 7 assists to make it worth taking that. I really not count on 7 assists against Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll take Josh Hart's over in points plus rebounds. And then my final play of the day is going to be an under. The last time we took an under on this guy, he absolutely cooked me. Let's hope that's not the case tonight. Domantas Sabonis, under 20.5 rebounds plus assists, currently minus 118 on FanDuel. Now, I was going to take his under in PRAs. However, I don't feel like I have the luck to cash a PRA under. I feel like if I take his PRA under, Sabonis is spawning in with at least 12 points in the first quarter. I'll be like, what the hell am I doing? Why didn't I just take the rebounds plus assists? I love the under and rebounds plus assists here. I think it's a great spot. I think this line's way too high for Sabonis. I'll talk about why. Now, Sabonis, obviously on the season, and last year he was an absolute beast, but this year hasn't been as good. Now, if you look at Sabonis on the year, we'd see, right now, under and 14 of 30. So not the worst. Now, if you were to isolate and remove some games where he's playing like this game, he played 50 minutes. So if you were to take away some of those games where he's playing less than 40, we're looking at a decent hit rate, 16 of 30. So not the worst thing in the world. But you really want to factor in the defenses he's playing. When you look at him recently, when he's facing some good defenses, in fact, we're just going to isolate by top 15 rated defenses. We're looking at him going under in a lot of games, under in 11 of 16. He's been pretty far under these lines. If you were to isolate away from the that many minutes, so 40 or fewer minutes, we're looking at a guy under in 11 of 15 games. So he's been under in a good amount of these games, and this is a bad matchup. They're 7th in defensive rating, 3rd and fewest assists allowed, and versus centers, 2nd fewest rebounds per game allowed to centers, 2nd fewest assists per game. So again, a really bad matchup for him against the Boston Celtics. We know the Celtics, who do they have out there at center? They have Kristaps Porzingis. So Kristaps obviously a great stretch big. Sabonis has got to go out there and guard him. If not, Kristaps is going to shoot him off the court. So you're going to have to see him stretch the floor a little bit. Sure, the Boston Celtics will fire up a bunch of threes, but the rebounds from threes can go all over the place. So let's hope they're bouncing to other guys. And ultimately, there's a blow-up potential here. This is a 10.5-point spread for the Kings on the road in Boston. Now, because I'm on an under, I guarantee you the game will be tight and Sabonis will get 36 minutes. But again, I just don't like the spot here for him with Malik Monk in the starting lineup. There's not as many assist chances. Who knows if De'Aaron Fox plays tonight? I don't really care. If he doesn't play, it's going to be tougher for them to keep in this game. I like taking his under here. So I really like Sabonis under in rebounds plus assists. So my 3 picks at the bottom of the screen, you see them. We have Zion over 26.5 points plus assists, Josh Hart over in points plus rebounds, and Sabonis under in rebounds plus assists. Our 3 plays today are all combo stats. Not something I think we've done at all this season, but let's hope to have a good track record and bounce back after yesterday's debacle 0-3 day. Let's wipe it off. Let's just move on and let's have a bounce back day. Those are my 3 picks. I won't dive into anything else. Other games I don't really like at all. I like these 3 picks. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. And later on today, we'll have our NFL video for Saturday live. So check that out. We'll recap how all of our NFL futures did and how we've been doing heading into the NFL postseason. That video should be live early-ish afternoon. Either way, check out that Texas versus Ohio State video. It is linked on the screen right here. We are red hot in CFB. Go check it out. You don't want to miss it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.